Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about what is probably going to become the most useful pet in the game, and this is a new pet you will be able to buy through the shop. And as you will see, this is a new teleportation pet, which is the only one we have so far in game. So this pet is Xiao. As you can see, it will look like that. This is one of the different red pandas that were determined into the game a few months ago. So far, it's only available in China, but there are already a few clues that it might also make it into the North American, European, and probably all the other servers at some point. And so what's very special about this pet is that you will be able to use it to teleport yourself to any Mist of Pandaria dungeons or raids. So this is something that you will be able to use to basically travel super easily to any places in Mist of Pandaria. And especially if you are currently farming some of the mounts from some of the different raids or some of the transmog items, or if you're doing some other activities and you just need to go in one specific part of Mist of Pandaria, then you can teleport yourself to the closest raid or dungeon, and like that you will be able to win a lot of time. And you will be able to use this pet every 20 minutes, which is quite crazy because it will really make it super useful. And when it comes to the price, so currently in China, it's being sold for 120 yang, which is the equivalent of 16 USD. But if you compare the price to a normal Chinese pet, normally it's around $6. And so if you do the calculations, it should mean that the pet would probably be sold for $25 in the West, which is definitely a lot, and it would make it the most expensive pet ever sold on the shop. So again, keep in mind, this is not completely sure that we will be able to get this in the North American and European servers, but personally, I think they will. We recently got the Brutosaur mount that was even more useful than the original one, so I don't see why they would not just add one of these teleportation pets. There are, of course, a lot of things that are available in Chinese realms, such as the Spectral Tiger and the Flying Spectral Tiger, that are not available in all the other regions. So maybe this pet will be the same, but personally, I really think this is going to be something that we will at some point be able to buy to the shop for anywhere between $16 to $25, and this is very expensive. Personally, I'm really not happy with this new pet for a few reasons. First of all, I think it removes a little bit of the value of doing the different Keystone Master achievements, because for those of you who are not really familiar with these different achievements, basically when you do the Keystone Master achievement for the season you're currently playing in, you will receive one of these different teleports for all the different dungeons that were part of the current season. And so here, for instance, as you can see, when you were doing the challenge modes back in Mist of Pandaria, you have got all these different teleports right here that will allow you to teleport yourself just in front of the dungeon. But as you can see, first of all, the difference is that here the cooldown is 8 hours when the pet will be 20 minutes. So it makes this pet way more useful than the rewards that you actually get in-game for completing a hard challenge in-game. So I think either Blizzard should change these to 20 minutes as well to match the new pet, or I don't know exactly what they should do, but this is, in my opinion, crazy that the pet is so much more useful than the different teleports that you receive in-game for doing the Keystone Master achievement in the first place. Then also, this is now the third item in a row that they're posting on the shop, and that actually adds a lot of value to your gameplay. The first one was the grizzly bear that you can buy and that will have the transmog vendor on it. So this one is not too crazy because you can get the Grand Expedition Yak pretty easily, but still this is a mount that offers this advantage. And then of course we got the new Gilded Brutosaur that offers not only the auction house like the old one, but also the mailbox. And so it makes this other version way more useful than the older version that you were able to get in game, simply because having a mailbox and an auctioneer on your mount is super OP. And here I know a lot of you are going to be, well, you can, also buy the Brutosaur with real money. This is how people got it back in the day. Same with the Keystone Master achievements. But still, these are things that you still need to do in-game, unlike just going on the shop and buying something. So I still put a difference right there. And of course, the last thing that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that I know right now Blizzard is just testing the waters with this new pet. And if the community is pretty well receptive to this new pet and a lot of players buy it and everything, they will most likely create more of these pets for each expansions in the game. So you will be able to then have a teleport for each expansion. And then they can even further expand that and add even more pets that will offer you other type of abilities, really cool things in the game that will just make your life in World of Warcraft way more easier. And personally, I think this is not something that I'm a big fan of because these different rewards should be available by doing in-game activities and not by paying real money or just using your different tokens and buying them through the shop. And here, of course, I know that this pet, if at some point it's added to the North American, European realms and all the different regions, will most likely make it into the training post. But still, I think these type of items should be added into the game for playing the game. For instance, we could have that as a reward for simply collecting 1,500 unique pets or anything else, just something that players can work towards by playing the game and not something that you can either buy through the shop or 5 months later get through the training post. I think this is not really nice and I don't think it makes a lot of sense overall. So let me know in the comments what you think about this new pet and overall about Blizzard adding more and more of these different items into the game that actually give you a real advantage in the game, unlike what they said at the beginning that these different items should only be used for cosmetic purposes. Personally, again, I'm not a big fan, and I think if they want to create this type of items, they should first make them available in the game for playing the game, and then if they want to add other versions to the shop, that's, I guess, fine, as long as you can also get this type of very useful things in the game for just playing the game. And especially if you're gonna imitate some of the things that are already in the game, such as, for instance, all the different teleports that you get from the Keystone Master achievement, then you should at least match that and not make the shop item way more advantageous and way better than the things you were able to get in the game. And that's the same for the Bruiser mount. So personally, that's my opinion. You are of course free to disagree, but I really hope that Blizzard is gonna think twice before adding this and not making a few changes to also, for instance, the teleports and also add other cool rewards in the game, because I think we don't have enough that match this type of really cool and advantageous rewards. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guys and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.